PropStream is dead, not literally. The platform still exists, but it's losing market share fast to newer, faster, smarter alternatives. Here's why. PropStream is a data lookup tool. You pull comps, you pull MLS data, you manage everything else yourself. That means spreadsheets. That means manual exports. That means your team spends 3 to 4 hours every single day on data entry and moving files around instead of talking to sellers. Meanwhile, your competitors are using platforms that do all that automatically, that score leads with AI, that dial and text prospects in the time it takes you to open PropStream. They're responding to leads in 90 seconds. You're still exporting CSVs. They're closing 8 to 9 times more deals per lead. You're not. This video shows you the 5 platforms that are actually winning right now in 2026, why they work, and how to switch your entire team over in about 2 weeks. Let's be clear about what PropStream actually is and why teams are ditching it. PropStream is phenomenal at one thing: giving you data. Comps, MLS, tax records, ownership history. You get a ton of information in one place. But that's where it stops. Once you have the data, you're on your own. You're managing leads in one tool, tracking calls in another, sending emails in a third, skip tracing in a fourth. You're exporting lists to spreadsheets, copying phone numbers by hand, texting from your personal phone. This fragmentation kills velocity. Real estate teams that are stuck with this workflow, and PropStream forces you into it, spend between 3 and 4 hours per day on manual data entry and lead exports. Goliath Data, 2026. That's 15 to 20 hours per week doing busy work instead of closing deals. The platforms that are beating PropStream today don't make you do that. They handle the data, the CRM, the dialer, the skip tracing, the texting, and the AI scoring all in one system. You pull a list, the platform scores it, and within 90 seconds you're calling qualified prospects. That speed difference is everything. Here's the mechanism behind why these new platforms are outperforming PropStream. It's not just about bundling tools, it's about AI. Responding within 1 minute increases your conversions by 391% compared to responding after 2 minutes. Greet now, 2026. Each minute of delay during the first 5 minutes reduces your qualification rates by approximately 10%. That's not a philosophy, that's math. But there's another layer. Not all leads are equal. A mid-market investment team recently cut their cost per close by 34% last quarter by doing 2 things. 1, responding to qualified prospects within 90 seconds. And 2, using AI to filter out leads that never convert. Goliath Data, 2026. The AI doesn't just call fast. It learns which properties, which owners, which neighborhoods, which equity positions are actually worth your time. It surfaces intent signals, recent property transfers, expired listings, code violations, absentee owners. Goliath Data surfaces signals like these in real time, automatically filtering out the time wasters before your team even sees them. That's the kind of signal that matters. PropStream gives you the raw data. It's up to you to figure out if it's good. These new platforms tell you up front, this one's worth calling, this one's not. They're running AI against millions of records to identify which ones have the highest probability of converting. One California operation saw this play out in real numbers. They were pulling comps and MLS data manually from PropStream and tracking calls in a spreadsheet. After switching to an integrated alternative with AI scoring, they cut junk leads by 42% and reduced time to first contact from 8 hours to 45 minutes. Goliath Data, 2026. That's not just faster. That's a different business. If you're ready to move away from PropStream, here's the exact workflow. Step 1. Audit your current lead sources. You're probably using PropStream for MLS data, comps, and tax records. That's your baseline. Write down what you actually use from PropStream weekly. Ignore the stuff you never touch. Most teams use maybe 20% of PropStream's features. You're paying for bloat. Step 2. Choose your replacement based on your primary lead source. If you're focused on wholesale deals and direct mail, DealMachine started as a driving for dollars app and has expanded into a full lead generation platform with list building, direct mail, an AI-powered dialer, and AI lead scoring. If you need all-in-one CRM with lead management, REsimpli bundles lead data with CRM, skip tracing, and dialing. If you want the fastest, most reliable skip tracing and intent signals, pull from Goliath Data's feed directly into your CRM. If you're buying leads at volume, BatchLeads aggregates leads and offers list building on top of their sourcing. RedX gives you texting, calling, and lead scoring in one platform. Pick the one that matches your actual workflow, not the one that looks fanciest. Step 3. Run a parallel test. Don't switch your whole team overnight. Import a single list from your new platform into your existing workflow. See if the lead quality is actually better. Track your response rate, qualification rate, and cost per close on those leads for 1 week. If you're seeing better numbers, move to step 4. If not, try a different platform. Step 4. Migrate your active leads first. Export your current hot leads from PropStream. Import them into your new platform system. Set up the dialer, the skip tracing, and the texting integration. Most platforms can handle this migration in 1 afternoon. Step 5. Train your team on the new workflow. The biggest obstacle isn't the software, it's behavior change. Your team is used to exporting files and managing spreadsheets. The new platform does this automatically. Show them that they can pull a list, get it scored, and start dialing in 2 minutes instead of 30. They'll switch. The entire migration for a small to mid-sized team usually takes 2 to 3 weeks. Let's walk through exactly how one California investment operation went from broken to efficient. This team was doing fix and flip deals. They had a solid pipeline, but their workflow was a mess. They were pulling comps from PropStream, checking MLS manually, skip tracing through a third-party service, managing leads in a spreadsheet, and calling prospects hours or sometimes days after first contact. Their conversion was 1 deal closed per 520 records they touched. That means they had to reach out to 520 property owners to close a single flip deal. Cost per close was high. Their margins were getting crushed. They switched to an integrated platform with built-in AI scoring, a real-time dialer, and automated skip tracing. Everything stayed in one system. Within Q1 2026, their conversion improved dramatically. 1 deal per 280 records touched instead of 520. That's a 46% improvement in efficiency just from better lead quality and faster follow-up. Cost per close dropped 34%, Goliath Data 2026. They weren't working harder, they were working smarter. The biggest win wasn't the data, it was the time to contact metric. Previously, their average time from lead capture to first call was 8 hours. After switching, it was 45 minutes. That single change, cutting delay time from 8 hours to 45 minutes, was responsible for most of their conversion lift. The second win was junk lead filtering. The AI scored every lead as soon as they pulled it. Leads that scored below a certain threshold were flagged, but not called. The team still got the data, but they weren't wasting time on properties that would never convert. Junk leads dropped by 42%, which meant fewer failed calls, fewer objections, and more energy focused on genuine prospects. The third win was team morale. When your job is to call more people and close more deals, and the system cuts the time you spend on administrative work from 4 hours a day to 30 minutes, you're happier. The team's activity went up. Calls per person per day increased because they weren't stuck exporting and organizing data. That's the compound effect. Better data, faster response, more activity, higher conversion, lower cost per close. It all flows from choosing a platform that handles the entire workflow instead of forcing you to stitch together 5 different tools. Most teams that try to switch away from PropStream make one of 4 mistakes that pull them back. Mistake 1, picking a platform based on features instead of your actual workflow. You read the marketing material, see that the platform can do 15 different things, and assume it's better than PropStream. Then you get into it and realize that 12 of those features don't apply to how you actually work. You end up paying for bloat again. Fix. Demo the platform with your exact workflow. If you're a wholesaler, demo the driving for dollars plus list building plus dialer pipeline. If you're an investor, demo the MLS pull plus AI scoring texting stack. Don't pick based on what sounds cool. Pick based on what you'll actually use every single day. Mistake 2, not testing lead quality before going all in. You switch platforms and immediately delete all your PropStream filters and workflows. Then your lead quality drops, and you think the new platform is worse. The reality is, you were using PropStream's filters in ways you didn't realize. The new platform works differently. Fix. Run a parallel test for at least 1 week. Get 100 leads from the new platform, 100 from the old. Track them side by side. Don't switch until you've confirmed that lead quality is at least as good as what you had before. Mistake 3. Ignoring response time discipline. You get a great new platform that scores leads in real time, and you think you can call them whenever you get around to it. You don't. Your team gets busy, calls get delayed, and you lose the conversion lift that made the new platform worth switching to in the first place. The 391% conversion boost from GreetNow's research only happens if you respond within 1 minute. If you respond after 2 hours, you get none of that lift. Fix. Set a hard rule. Scored leads get called within 90 seconds. Non-negotiable. Build it into your process. Make it part of your daily ritual. Make it measurable and track it weekly. Mistake 4. Not training your team on the new tool. You buy the platform, upload the data, and tell your team to use it. They don't understand it, they slow down, and they ask you why you switched. 2 weeks later, they're asking for PropStream back because at least they knew how that one worked. Fix. Spend 1 full day training. Show them exactly how to pull a list, see the AI score, and dial. Show them that it's actually faster than what they were doing before. Let them run 5 calls with you before they do it solo. Good training takes a day. It saves you months of frustration. The rule underneath all of this: never switch tools for the sake of switching. Switch because you've measured the current tool's bottleneck, you found a platform that solves that bottleneck, and you've tested it with real data before committing the whole team. Subscribe for more real estate technology breakdowns.